Live from Darlington International Speedway, the Inspire Racing League wraps up its preseason event. Before we go into the Clash and Daytona next weekend. I'm Garrett Jenkins, the host of the Raging Idiot Racing Network and the host of the Inspire Racing League. Last week's winner, Aaron Stanton, top of the board already. Looking to pick up where he left off in Road America. Meanwhile, other names. Shane Haar dominated last week. He is looking to get redemption after a penalty on the last pit stop cost him a shot at the victory in Road America. New faces tonight. Christopher Steven in the 24 Chevrolet. Unfortunately, we do not have a view of Jeremy English yet. And if I ain't mistaken, there is one more as soon as I can find him. Alright, apparently our third new member has not loaded in yet. Meanwhile, as the track has gone quiet, right now it's the two brothers, Aaron Stanton and Josh Henderson, 1 and 2. Kansas winner Elijah Fisher sits third, Stephen Henning fourth, Mike Hauser in fifth. As right now we are just awaiting qualifying. Oh no, qualifying's live now. That was qualifying. Okay, my bad. I'm a little bit behind here. That being said, now we just count down to green with 1 minute. So instead of it being practice, it's Aaron Stanton and Josh Henderson, the two brothers on pole. And starting second, respectively, Elijah Fisher, fourth, Stephen Henning, fifth, Mike Hauser in fifth, Jordan Jorno, sixth, Brent Hammerhand in seventh, Shane Heminger in eighth, Christopher Steven, ninth, Travis Eccles, 10th, Jeremy English in 11th, Cade Cannon, 12th. Drivers who have not posted qualifying, Aiden Thompson, or AJ Thompson, my mistake. Shane Haar, Darcy Haar, he is the new one that has joined. Any relation to Shane Haar? You bet. Shane Haar's dad, the first father and son combo here in the Inspire Racing League. Chris Latta will round out the field. Meanwhile, AJ Thompson on track, a little of issues, and he goes around. That being said, 90 laps here at the track, too tough to tame. To note, there will be a competition caution at lap 8. And then from there, we're just going to roll through the rest of the race. There's last week's winner in the pole sitter for tonight, Aaron Stanton. After coming so close the last 3 weeks prior to last week, so close, no cigar, he was finally able to do it. To his outside, his brother, Josh Henderson. Been so close, but yet hasn't gotten his first win in the Inspire Racing League yet. He hopes to do that today. Meanwhile, let's see the new faces here. Where's he at? There he is. Jeremy English, another one of our new faces here tonight. And last but not least, Darcy Har, father of Shane Har, will round out the field tonight, as we are waiting on a few cars to join, I believe.
All right, welcome everyone to Darlington Motor Speedway. Today's race at the Lady in Black. It's Darlington. It's a tough track to tame.
Field's rolling off. Mike Hauser, the Martinsville winner. He is back. A lot of guys took last week off. So 24, Christopher Stevens is already in the pits. Unaware of the issue. Car is entering turn 3 now. Lights on the pace car is off. The final pre-race before we kick off the regular season next week, or Daytona. Next Monday, the Clash will be earlier in the week. It'll also be streamed. Josh Henderson and Aaron Stanton brings them to the green flag. We're rolling for Darlington. Aaron Stanton, Josh Henderson already in the wall early. On board now with Aaron Stanton, looking to lead lap 1. Off of turn 4. Aaron Stanton leads it. Henderson throws it in on Henning. That slip up has not slowed down Josh Henderson. He goes back up to P3 trying to make up ground. Mike Hauser trying to get around to the 12 as well. On board Mike Hauser, now running 4th. And now he's going to try to make a move on the 4 of Elijah Fisher. Fisher down to the apron. Now Elijah Fisher probably going to give up another spot to the 84, Jordan Jorno. Brent Hammerhand behind him as well. Anyway, Aaron Stanton already out to a 1.4 second lead over Josh Henderson. We're going back through the field. Hornet's Nest. We got trouble. Back in the field. Jeremy English has pancaked the wall hard. What happened? Just got loose off of 4. Pancaked that car. Against the concrete. Unfortunately did not hit the safer barrier. And the 48 is in the pits early. Not how he wanted to start his debut tonight. Meanwhile, Stephen Henning has dropped back all the way down to 10th. The car probably not handling well to his liking at all right now. Shane Har, after starting deep in the back, no surprise to find himself charging up through the field as we have an issue. Both cars save it. We stay green here. Darlington already getting crazy. Cade Cannon running 7th. Elijah Fisher, another one of them who is filling all the way back to 11th. But right now, Aaron Stanton dominates and leads in 2 laps. We will be coming to the competition. One more time. And this is the competition caution. On lap 8. Nobody get alarmed. If you get a black flag, it'll get clear for what's about to happen here. New colors tonight for the 9. I'll do it whenever y'all cross the line. I'm going to keep this up just to be sure that it does it. Alright, for everybody unaware, last week, unfortunately, Cade Cannon lost his father last week. The competition caution is being thrown. He is pacing the field. This is something that the Inspire Racing League has done all the way since the McDonald days. That being said, for the remainder of this lap, we are requesting a moment of silence for the Cannon family and Cade Cannon. Thank you.
All for this. Short story. Last Tuesday, I got the information that my father had tragically passed away unexpectedly. So I just want to say thank you all for this, and glad to be here, and thank y'all.
This will be a lap of silence, please.
What many people do not understand is when you join a racing league, then you run with each other for so long, you all become an extension of the other's family. That being said, on behalf of the Inspired Racing League, its drivers, its commentator, its admins, its owner, and the fans that we have right now, we all extend our condolences to the Cannon family. Our thoughts and prayers are with y'all. God bless. With that being said, we have some takers on pit road. Some stay out. Henderson stays out. Shane Harr is the first to bring them in. Shane Harr, Cade Cannon on pit road. Stephen Henning, Elijah Fisher, Chris Lotta. All are in the pits here. Race off pit road will be won by Shane Harr. At the front of the field is the two brothers who have dominated the majority of every race. Last week, Aaron Stanton finally nabbing his first win in the Inspired Racing League at Road America. His brother, Josh Henderson, still looking his first. Before I mentioned the Martinsville winner, Mike Hauser, runs third. Jordan Jorno fourth. Brent Hammerhand rounds out the top five. Coming to the one to go here. Cars begin to double up. Again, it's all been Aaron Stanton so far for the first 13 laps. Down the back straightaway. We're going to be coming with 76 laps to go. Now, the regular season starts and we get to Daytona for the Inspired 100. The races will be longer than what they have been the preseason. It's kind of a short 25% lap stint. Though they're not going to be so there will be longer races than what is tonight. Meanwhile, Aaron Stanton brings them to the green. We're rolling. Bit of a checkup. Oh, Jordan Jorno in the wall. They're winding them up. What in the world? That High Rock Chevrolet 84 is smashed up. Let's look at what happened. Got the wall a little bit, just does not get off the wall. Elijah Fisher involved, nowhere to go for nobody. The 48's involved. Cannon's involved. Lord have mercy. Well, it is Darlington. Wrecks are a common thing here at this track. Shane Harr is in the pits. So we get things sorted out here. Aaron Stanton remains the leader, but that pretty much has bottlenecked everything up. Steven Henning is in. Shane Hart, 3 laps down there, has returned to the racetrack. AJ Thompson's in. He is rolling. Travis Eccles in the pits. Obviously, Jordan Jorno is returning back on track. Due to spinning the tires and getting into the wall and spinning out, the 84 will receive the EOL. We have 3 cars that ain't caught up yet. The delay of green will last one more lap. All right. That being said, some cars were not caught up to the rear of the field. Didn't want it to get jumbled up, confused. So this time we're going green. And it's still Aaron Stanton and Josh Henderson, 1 and 2, like it has been the whole race. Does Aaron Stanton go 2 in a row? Does Josh Henderson get the monkey off his back and get his first win? Does Mike Hauser become the first 2-time winner in the Inspired Racing League? Does Brent Hammerhand get his first win? Elijah Fisher chasing the same thing Mike Hauser's doing, trying to get his second win. And there's a lot of hungry drivers looking for their first win. Lights out on the pace car. Pace car is in. And it is the 2 brothers, Aaron Stanton and Josh Henderson. Another bottleneck effect. On board Mike Hauser. Henderson sideways through the corner. Hauser looking for second. Side by side going into turn 1. Henderson a little bit of a lag. No harm, no foul. You see the 4 Fisher loose. Still loose. They're all back through the field. Meanwhile, it's still Aaron Stanton, 1.7 second lead. over his brother Josh Henderson. What happened? Got contact. 84 squeezed the 21 up into the wall. Jorno is now required to pit for damage. It is not going to be the night that the driver of the 84 wanted, nor the driver of the 21. That being said, it's going great for the driver of the 27. Aaron Stanton still leads, 68 to go here. Mike Hauser running third. You see Elijah Fisher trying to catch Mike Hauser for third. Cade Cannon, after an emotional competition caution, he runs seventh. Christopher Stevens, one of our new drivers here, first debut, having a solid night, running in eighth. Steven hitting as well after starting up towards the front, has fallen back to ninth and has settled in to that position. Still Aaron Stanton leading. Josh Henderson, like his brother, up front every race, has dominated races, just not able to put the finishing touches. There you see Mike Hauser bounces off the wall in turn 3, bounces off turn 4, contact with the 4 again. They save it. Elijah Fisher in the wall, cautions out. And another big name. Going out early. He still got fast repairs. He's not completely out of the race yet. A lot of damage to that Busch Light Apple Ford. Well, got a good idea. I know how this started, but we're going to look at it anyway. That's what brought out the caution. But it actually starts way back up in there. See, Hauser gets into the wall again. Not really no contact right there. The steering's broke on the car. Trying to keep it together. Just spins it out into the wall. See now. Aaron Stanton, black flag. The driver to 27 with a black flag. Meanwhile, who's going to win the race off of pit road? Brent Hammerhand. The 24 did not pit. So the 24 is the new leader. Christopher Stevens. Jeremy English was hoping to get his lap back. Does not look like he was going to be able to. The initial cause of caution, the 4 spinning and hitting the inside wall. The 4 will be receiving the EOL. You need to drop to the end for what? Speed there for a road piece. Anyway, a 27 still showing a black flag. Needs it cleared. Right now in the hands, the race in the hands of Christopher Stevens, who did not pit under this past caution. Brent Hammerhand won the race off pit road. The 27 still a black flag. We're waiting to see if he needs to assist the penalty. Josh Henderson in fourth. We're rolling. Brent Hammerhand bet. This is under the previous restart. Just a small checkup of fit. No harm, no foul. Here comes Josh Henderson to the bottom of Brent Hammerhand. Henderson wants to lead. And he will have it. Off of turn 4, new leader Josh Henderson. The 27 is serving his black flag. Josh Henderson out in front. Brent Hammerhand second. Mike Hauser third. Chris Liotta in fourth. Cade Cannon has worked his way up to fifth. Josh Henderson, like he was shot out of a cannon, made the pass on Brent Hammerhand. And he is gone as what happened back here? Saw it at the corner of my eye. The 60 on the apron. One of the best saves I think you'll ever see. Meanwhile, Josh Henderson back out front still. Cade Cannon working on Brent Hammerhand for third. Mike Hauser has settled into second. Stephen Henning, after a rough start, has worked his way back up to fifth. Elijah Fisher, after being involved in that caution, running sixth. Meanwhile, Josh Henderson now 1.8 second lead over Mike Hauser. Cade Cannon has made it past Brent Hammerhand for third. Driving to number 9, trying to have a good night. And now Brent Hammerhand falling back. Stephen Henning closing in for fourth. Right on board now. Look at it back at Stephen Henning in that number 12 Mustang. Henning just able to get a good drive off exit. Better than what the 95 did that last corner. See Brent off the wall just a little bit. Down into turn 3 and 4. Brent into the wall again. And Stephen Henning will take fourth. Josh Henderson still the leader. Mike Hauser running third. Cade Cannon. Mike Hauser running second. Cade Cannon third. Stephen Henning moved up to fourth. Brent Hammerhand in fifth. Elijah Fisher running sixth. You see Jordan Jorno 5 laps down, running in the 14th position. Many of the Shane Harr fans, I hate to report, Shane Harr has crashed out of this race as we have more issues going on. What happened here? Just like contact. Said all this a product of Darlington. Shane Harr, the only car that has retired from the night of 48 of Jeremy English, is in the pits. Aaron Stanton has returned to the track after serving his black flag. He is 2 laps down. It is more than likely done being a contender tonight. Meanwhile, Josh Henderson, 53 laps to go. Coming to 52. Holds a 2.2 second lead over Mike Hauser. It's right now 9 cars on the lead lap. See, Cade Cannon has reeled in Mike Hauser. Cade Cannon's last lap actually was faster than the leader by 1/100th of a second, as a little bit of lagging issues. No harm, no foul. We got more issues here. This is the 60 again. What? Excuse me while race control steps in. AJ, what was that? Alright, driver 18 does not want to say nothing right now. He is back in the pits anyway, so race resumes. 50 down, 40 down, 50 to go. It's still Josh Henderson. Cade Cannon has got around Mike Hauser. However, I think that driver to 43 willing to give it up. If Mike Hauser tried to dive it in under the 9, was not able to get there. Meanwhile, Josh Henderson goes under Darcy Harr to put him 2 laps down. The 95 of Brent Hammerhand is in the pits. Not much left of that. Not much left of the 95. And he will be done for the evening as far as being in contention to win. 8 cars still on the lead lap. 24 comes back out. Or another 24 has damage. Heavy damage. Ain't nothing left of that car. Look on back through the field. Stephen Hitting and Elijah Fisher running 4th and 5th. 22 Shane Heminger running in 6th, having a very quiet night, running inside the top 10 after a tough struggle last week at Road America. The 15 Travis Eccles as well, having a quiet night, running in 7th. Seeing a 60 of Chris Lyotta running in 8th after that brilliant save a few laps earlier. Darcy Harr, the first car eligible for a free pass if a caution was to come out, 2 laps down, running 9th. Brent Hammerhand has also returned to the racetrack, running 10th as well, 2 laps down. Last car that is 2 laps down, the man that dominated the race earlier, the 27 of Aaron Stanton, unfortunately tonight does not look like it'll be 2 in a row, as he is now 2 laps down, running in 11th. The 18 of A.J. Thompson in 12th, 3 laps down. Has not been a good night at the Lady in Black for him. Jordan Jorno, after being involved in a caution earlier, 5 laps down, running in 14th. Running in 13th, 5 laps down. Of course, the 24 is in the garage at the moment getting repairs. And then lastly, not a debut that Jeremy English wanted, running 15th, 10 laps down. We hope to see each and every one of these drivers next week in Daytona. Josh Henderson, 4.2 second lead here at Darlington over Cade Cannon. Mike Hauser running right behind him. Hauser in the wall again. Track just being so narrow in its unique shape. It's more of an egg shape than an oval shape. Turns 3 and 4 were shortened up to prevent cars in real life from going into the lake that sits behind turn 3 and 4. So they reconfigured the track, shorten up turns 3 and 4 that Cade Cannon is in right now. And over the years, both in the virtual world and the real life world, turns 3 and 4 tends to be the difficult two corners of this track. It is very hard to go 2 and 3 wide at this track. But right now, they call it the track too tough to tame, but right now Josh Henderson seems to be taming it. Coming to 40 laps to go. It has been all Josh Henderson since the last caution. Mike Hauser running in third. Stephen Hitting in fourth. The 60 has worked his way up into fifth. Elijah Fisher has entered the pits, and now he is coming back out. And he is going to be scored 1 lap down. Travis Eccles is in. Meanwhile, Brent Hammerhand getting one of his laps back. And now he will be scored 1 lap down. Right now the free pass car is that of the 4 of Elijah Fisher. He is making a pass on A.J. Thompson. Darcy Harr. Meatball. That's earlier. Don't know quite what happened. Not really sure what happened, why he has a meatball. The 72 still leading. Josh Henderson with 36 to go is in the catbird seat. But meanwhile, battle for second. Okay, Cannon about to say Cannon has cut into the lead a lot. But now he has Mike Hauser back on him. You look at the Wrangler Ford Mustang number 43. I think Cannon sends it into turns 1 and 2. Little off the gas so the car does not step out on him. Holds the gap on Hauser. Now the 43 sends it in again, running that top line. Going to try to arc it down, getting a run off, not able to do it. .35 has been issued a black flag. And meanwhile, Up in the distance, Josh Henderson. The car is starting to fall off. Because the 9 and the 43 are coming. Five drivers still on the lead lap. The two cars fighting for the free pass. Elijah Fisher going around to 15. He right now holds the free pass position. Meanwhile, Brent Hammerhand just now entering what looks like turns 1 and 2. We have issues. Cautions out. The 15 and the 84. Well, let's look back and see what happens. The 84 gets off the wall. 84 gets into the wall. 15 nowhere to go. Take a look at it a couple more times just to be sure. My question is, does the contact happen with the 4? Good and nose camera. We'll rewind it here. So right here, this is where we're going to see it. It's going to materialize right here, going down the back straightaway. Elijah Fisher dives to the inside. That camera there don't really help much. I can't call that. Cannot call it on the part of Elijah Fisher having anything to do with it. Can call it. We'll call it a racing incident. Reason behind it being called a racing incident. Again, turns 3 and 4 being the tricky spot. The 84 gets into the wall to 15, nowhere to go. Really cannot pin that on either driver, just by how this track is. That being said, there will be no EOLs issued. After the review, the 4 does not make contact with the 84. The 84 does get into the wall like many drivers have tonight, and the 15 has nowhere to go. Race control is calling this a racing incident. There will be no EOLs at this time. Thank you. I thought it was manually selected to. little technical issues here. Might have been a glitch in the system because now they've all gone around, and I didn't issue them to all go around, so the game must have done it. So it might have just been a glitch in the system. If it gives you for a black flag, I'll clear it because everything's straightened out now. One thing. It's coming. Under what rule? Pass them before start finish line, huh? Reviewing the restart here. I needed that caution. You know what are we under caution for? Darcy Hard and the 15 come together. Is there anywhere you can give me a whereabout guessing to who it was? Like, don't say their name outright, but just give me like a range of positions. Thanks. Alright. Folks, I apologize here for the stream. I'm gonna review the restart here. We gotta go back a little ways. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Alright, this is coming to the restart. I know what he's basing it off of. I know what he's basing it off of, but it's more. See my old buddies in here. Whoops. I see what you're talking about. At the same breath, the restart was a mess, which is on my part. but I do see what you're talking about. But in the same breath, he had to let him by. And, yeah, I see what you're talking about. I'm seeing where the restart was a mess. No penalties being issued at the moment. Race control will like a review on it after the race, though. Right now, all is clear. Alright. That being said, Josh Henderson still in the lead. The 43 of Mike Hauser second. What's the rules? And can you give me a range of who they are? Damn. Yeah, sorry. I know. I got you. .35 came down into the 15. As the cause of caution, 35 to the rear. Alright. It's Darlington. That's all I can say. Alright. With that being said, and we got everything out the way. 7 cars on the lead lap, with coming to 20 laps to go. And it may have been a little bit, might have spoke too soon. The 27, Aaron Stanton, back on the lead lap. He is the last car on the lead lap. We are rolling. His brother, Josh Henderson. And Mike Hauser, the Martinsville winner, trying to take the lead from Henderson. He will off of turn 2. Mike Hauser to the front. With a power move on the outside. Off of turn 2, Mike Hauser trying to become the first 2-time winner in the Inspired Racing League. He was issued the EOL on the back straightaway with 1 to go. And I do not believe he dropped to the end of the line. Cleared. Josh Henderson. Yes, you can just drive through and go on out. Josh Henderson has retook the lead from Mike Hauser. Take the top 5, 6 cars, throw them under a blanket. Hauser trying to regain. You see Stephen Henning trying to make ground up. Cade Cannon, Elijah Fisher fought through adversity all night. He is in a top 5 spot, trying to get around to 84, Jordan Jorno. Jorno not making it easy. Meanwhile, right on board with Josh Henderson. He's now starting to pull away ever so slightly over Mike Hauser. Hauser sends it in into 3, hard. Not able to form a run off of turn 4. Meanwhile, Elijah Fisher settled back into 5th. Cade Cannon trying to work on Stephen Henning. That number 9 has had a strong run tonight. Aaron Stanton with 15 laps to go. He's got a lot of work to make up to try to get to the front or needs a caution. You see the 35 off the wall hard. Behind him. Meanwhile, his brother Josh Henderson keeping Mike Hauser at arm's length. 0.2 of a second. Stephen Henning has gotten around to 9. Henning to 3rd. Meanwhile, Elijah Fisher has gotten around to 84. Now he will try to make up ground to the top 4. Meanwhile, Henderson still holding Hauser at bay. The gap now 0.4 of a second. Coming to 12 laps to go this time from Darlington International Speedway. Hauser running that high line. On board with Stephen Henning. Does he have anything for the top 2? Then behind him, Cade Cannon. Trying to have just a solid night tonight. Obviously at the top of the show, the competition caution, we understand what it was for. And right now that number 9 has showed up tonight, trying to get his first podium of the year. Meanwhile, Henderson still holding a 0.3 of a second lead over Hauser. Right now, Mike Hauser trying to find anything he can do. He gets into the wall again. Is it Josh Henderson's night? Kansas in contention before a penalty for a black flag at Kansas ended his night. Unfortunately, having to be stripped of the win. As whoa, issues in the back. Fisher, let's look at what happened. Much like the 60 earlier in the race, just gets loose off of 4. Another brilliant save though. Meanwhile, Hauser running the bottom. Hauser with a big run off the wall. Mike Hauser throwing everything he can at the 72. Here comes the 12 of Stevie Henning looking to the bottom. So wonder that car ain't killed, but here comes Hauser back to the bottom with a run. Hauser off the wall again. Stephen Henning looking, waiting to pounce. Big let off at the gas by Henderson. Hauser's there, coming to 7 to go. Mike Hauser trying to be the first 2-time winner in the Inspire Racing League. Josh Henderson trying to break through the barrier, get his first win. Stephen Henning as well, looking for his first win. Cade Cannon lurking back there, 1.2 off the leader. Waiting to see if anything's going to happen. 6 laps to go. Hauser looking to the bottom in the tire tracks at a 72. .22 yields the position. Hauser now looking up top, not able to get there yet. Coming to 5 to go. Hauser peaked to the bottom, not able to get there yet. And 72 just stays in the wall. The pressure getting to it. Here comes Mike Hauser to the bottom. Hauser all the way to the apron, trying to clear the 72. Side by side into 3 and 4. Off of turn 2, or turn 4, sorry. Not quite clear yet. Mike Hauser to the point. Stephen Henning looks for second. Now, what you going to do now, Henderson? You got to run him back down and pass him. 4 laps to go. Come to 3 this time. Henderson in the wall again. Mike Hauser, 3 laps to go. Stephen Henning running 3rd. Cade Cannon 4th. Chris Lyota in 5th. Mike Hauser trying to become, he's in the wall again. If the car can stay together, 2 more laps, and he will be making history, being the first 2-time winner in the Inspire Racing League, and putting everybody on notice going into the regular season that starts next week. The battle for second, still Henderson and Henning. Battle for 4th between the 9 and the 60. Off at turn 4. 1 lap to go for Mike Hauser at Darlington. Been at the front all night. Showed what he had earlier. He showed it the whole race, but when the 27 got that black flag, it gave the lead to the 72. The 43 ran the 72 down along with the 12. When the 72 fumbled, Mike Hauser took it, and Mike Hauser is a 2-time winner in the Inspired Racing League. (43, 72, and 12 stay in the race lobby for post-race interviews. Mike Hauser. When he showed up, Kansas did not go well. But it was after Kansas when we went to Martinsville. See Oliver Ford congratulating him. When he went to Martinsville and won, he put everybody on notice. Went to Michigan, ran up front all night. Unfortunately, the results did not pan out. Was not able to join for Road America last week, and buddy, did he ever come back. Last 2 wins in the last 5 races, and momentum going into the regular season. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins in the booth. You got a copy? Let me fix one thing here. Mike, congratulations. You're the first driver in the Inspire Racing League to win 2 races. How does it feel?
I mean, it feels great. I'm not going to lie. I felt like crap all day today. I felt like I was sick, back pain. And if I like breathed in or laughed or anything like that, it hurt. So I'm not going to lie. I didn't feel great, but hey, winning's the best medicine. That's for sure.
We know, well, we saw how you got around the 72, but the whole race, the 72 looked to be dominant. How were you able to run him down in the closing laps? to have a shot to capitalize?
You know, I felt like I had a really good long-run car. I mean, I just had to be patient with it, and I definitely made some mistakes earlier in the race there. So if I just kept the car underneath me and didn't hit the wall 45 times, you know, I might be able to get up there with them and try to put a pass on them. It's really tough to pass here, so you really got to set it up the right way. But that restart there where I started on the outside, I really needed that because, I don't know, I'm not as good here on the inside. So, but yeah, the 72 was very fast. He had a fast car all night, and, you know, it was a great race, you know.
Real fast, Micah. I know you're ready to celebrate this. Who do you want to thank?
I wanted to thank all my teammates forward, you know, Elijah, Steven, Chris, Brent, all those guys. Travis, I know he worked out today, but, you know, I want to thank them. They're big teammates. You know, you saw there at the end, good big bumps. You know, Steve did a great job there. You know, we try to work together the best we can, and he really helped me out. So I really couldn't have better teammates, and I think we're going to be a really strong bunch throughout the regular season here.
Yes, you are. You've put everybody on notice. Congratulations. Enjoy this one. We'll see you next week at Daytona.
Thank you, sir.
Josh Henderson, you got a copy, buddy.
I got you, man.
Well, you got P2 after a dominant run all night. What happened in the closing laps?
Yeah, in the famous words, second sucks, man. Just used up all my stuff. Tried to time those cautions right, gain as much of a lead as I could, and then just run my race with a gap back to the rest of the field. And that, you know, last caution there, bunches all back up, and I just couldn't get away quick enough and used up my tires. And Mike ran a really smart race and was all over me there, and I did everything I could to hold him up without wrecking him. One to run clean, one to run smart, and just he had a better car there at the end, and he was a better driver there at the end.
Going into Daytona next week, but I know you're ready for that win. I'm ready for you. Everybody's ready for you. Do you still, after the last 5 weeks of the preseason, what's the confidence level going into Daytona in the regular season as you and the other drivers pursue a championship? What's the mindset? Where's the confidence level?
Oh, super excited to get the season started. Gonna race smart, gonna race for points. Excited to work with a lot of these guys in the Chevy camp. All but my brother. You know, I don't think we're gonna work well together at all throughout the whole season. So maybe I can pair up with a couple of these other guys, and we'll get the Chevys to the front at Daytona.
All right, buddy. Who do you want to thank?
Just all you guys for putting this on. It's a lot of fun. So appreciate it. And yeah, let's get the season started.
All right, congratulations on second. We'll see you next week. Stephen Henning, you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Up and down night for you. What happened at the beginning? The car just wasn't all that competitive to start off with.
I just wasn't too confident in everything, the balance of it there at the start. I just didn't want to go out there and wreck the whole field on that one there. So I just kind of just went out there and just tried to chill for a little bit there. And yeah, it was an up and down night for sure. We got in a wreck there early on, and we never used the fast spare. We just repaired it all night on pit road and went from there.
Yeah, I saw where you're coming alive at the end. Did you have a chance with the 43 or the 70? Did you have a chance with the 43 or the 72, or were you just content running third?
I tried getting to the 72 there at the end, but I think they were obviously the best competition of the night. I was just near the end there. I was just content running third. It was a good night for me, I found, so I just kind of sat there.
All right, real fast, buddy. Who do you want to thank tonight?
got to thank my family, first of all, for watching me do this, and got to thank my friends, obviously, too. And I got to thank my teammates. I know who they are. Mike, Elijah, Chris, and a few others that I can't think of right now. But, yeah, we're just really mixing well and going out there every week and showing what we can do in the fours. And, yeah, I'm excited for Daytona.
Then for everybody, we look forward to seeing you next week in the Inspired 100 from Daytona. Congratulations on P3. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, and thanks for doing the broadcast.
Ain't no problem. After a wild night at Daytona, your top 5, Mike Hauser, the winner from Darlington, is now a 2-time winner in the Inspired Racing League. Josh Henderson rounds out 2nd, Stephen Henning 3rd, Cade Cannon 4th, Chris Lyota comes home 5th, Elijah Fisher in 6th, Aaron Stanton 7th after a strong night tonight. Brent Hanrahan finishes 8th, Shane Heminger 9th, and A.J. Thompson rounds out the top 10. Folks, next week, the Clash from Daytona to start on the 17th, where the top 5 will get points. And then February 24th or February 14th, next Monday, I'll confirm the dates. I'll confirm the dates later on, but next Monday, the Inspired 100, live from Daytona, the biggest race this league has to offer. That being said, I'm Garrett Jenkins. This is the Raging Idiot Racing Network. We hope to see each and every one of y'all next week, Monday, for the Inspired 100. Until then, God bless.